we've got a real treat for you. If you're into rare coins, especially Lincoln pennies, you won't want to miss this. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1962 Lincoln penny, one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world, with a price tag that might just blow your mind. Now, when you think about Lincoln pennies, the 1962 might not be the first coin that comes to mind. Most of the time, these coins are worth just 1 cent, but in some rare cases, they're worth much more. In fact, this specific 1962 penny can fetch a jaw-dropping $2 million. Yes, you heard that right. So why is the 1962 penny worth so much? Well, the answer lies in a rare minting error, which makes this penny incredibly sought after by collectors. Usually, the 1962 penny looks like this, with a mint mark D indicating it was produced in Denver. But here's the kicker. A few of these pennies were accidentally struck without a mint mark at all, making them a major anomaly in the coin world. This rare error coin has sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. How did this happen? It's believed that due to a die mix-up at the Denver Mint, some pennies were struck without the usual mint mark. So while most 1962 pennies are fairly common, these no mint mark coins are extremely scarce and can command insane prices in the market. How rare are they? Well, estimates suggest that fewer than a handful of these no mint mark 1962 pennies exist, which is why they're so highly coveted. One of these error coins made headlines when it sold for nearly $2 million at a major auction, setting a new record for a Lincoln penny. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. How do I know if I have one of these rare 1962 no mint mark pennies? Well, here's the thing. These coins are extremely rare, so chances are you won't find one in your change jar. But if you do happen to have one, here's how you can tell. First, take a close look at the mint mark. The absence of the D is the key sign. If your 1962 penny has no mint mark, you could be holding one of these ultra-rare error coins. Next, you'll want to check for the coin's condition. The better the condition, the more valuable it becomes. Coins in higher grades, like MS65 or better, will always fetch more than coins with wear or damage. So if you have a no mint mark 1962 penny in pristine condition, you might just be sitting on a gold mine. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare pennies, consider getting it professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted organization like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A professional grade can really help boost the value of your coin. So what's the takeaway here? The 1962 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is an incredibly rare coin that could fetch you a small fortune, even up to $2 million if you happen to have one in great condition. If you're into coin collecting, always be on the lookout for those hidden gems. Have you ever come across a rare coin like this? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest coin news and tips. We're talking about one of the most mind-blowing and rarest pennies in U.S. history, the 1964 Lincoln penny. Stick around to find out how this penny could be worth up to $4 million. First, let's break down the basics. The 1964 Lincoln penny is part of the famous Lincoln cent series, and it was minted at the Denver Mint in 1964. This penny should typically be worth just 1 cent. But there's a twist. A very rare mint error makes it extraordinarily valuable. So what's the big deal with this particular penny? Well, some 1964 pennies were struck with an unusual minting error, a double die obverse. This means the design on the front of the penny was stamped twice, causing a clear duplication of Abraham Lincoln's features, the date, and the inscriptions. This error is incredibly rare, and it's what makes these pennies so valuable. A normal 1964 penny is worth about a cent, but with the double die error, it's a whole different story. The most famous examples of these rare pennies have sold for up to $4 million at auctions. Now, how do you know if you have one of these rare pennies? Here's what to look for. First, check the date, 1964. Next, look closely at the word liberty and the phrase, "In God we trust." If you see the letters doubled or misaligned, you might be holding a gem. The error is believed to have been caused by a mistake during the die creation process, where the engraving was struck twice. This happened during a time when coins were being minted in large quantities, so most of the errors slipped through unnoticed and ended up in circulation. It wasn't until years later that collectors realized the rarity of this mistake. Now, you might be wondering why such a high price tag. Well, the 1964D double die penny's rarity and condition are key factors in its value. Out of millions of pennies produced that year, only a handful are known to have the double die error. And in mint condition, these coins become highly sought after by collectors. To determine if your 1964D Lincoln penny could be worth a fortune, you'll want to have it professionally graded by an expert. Look for clear doubling, especially on the key areas like the date and the inscription. If your penny is in exceptional condition, you might be looking at a coin worth thousands, or even millions at auction. So, there you have it, an amazing coin with an unbelievable value. If you think you might have a 1964D Lincoln penny, don't wait. Get it checked out by a professional. Who knows, you might be sitting on a multi-million-dollar treasure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on more incredible coin stories. See you in the next video. Comment below if you've ever found a rare coin like this, or if you have any questions about other valuable pennies. We'd love to hear your stories. We dive deep into the world of rare coins, uncover hidden treasures, and find out what your pocket change could really be worth. Today, we're talking about a coin that's stirring up some serious buzz. Yes, the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Could it really be worth a jaw-dropping $8 million? Let's find out. First, let's start with a little background. The 1968 Lincoln penny was minted during a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning out of using coinage silver in most denominations. It's part of the Lincoln Memorial series, made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams in 1968. Pennies were produced in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. So if your 1968 penny has no mint mark, it simply means it was minted in Philadelphia. But hold on. Why is there talk of an $8 million price tag? Is there something truly special about this penny? Let's dig deeper. Now, the idea of a 1968 no-mint mark penny being worth $8 million comes from a combination of online rumors, collector myths, and, let's face it, a bit of sensationalism. But here's the truth. There is no regular 1968 no-mint mark penny that's worth anywhere near $8 million. However, there are certain factors that can make this coin valuable. Examples include double die obverse, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. Coins in pristine condition, graded MS 67 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Rare, unique backstories can also drive up a coin's value. But even with these factors, the highest auction price for a 1968 no-mint mark penny is just a few $1,000s, not millions. So where did this $8 million claim come from? Likely, it's a misunderstanding tied to other rare coins, such as unique experimental or error coins from the same era. So, how can you tell if your 1968 penny is worth something? Here's what to look for. Look for doubling on the numbers in the date. This is called a double die error. Pay close attention to Liberty, and in God we trust, for any unusual markings. Is your penny shiny and flawless? Coins in mint state condition are more valuable. If you think your penny is special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Here's an example. A 1968 no-mint mark penny in MS 67 red condition was sold for over $2,500 in an auction. So while it's not $8 million, it's still a pretty penny. The idea of a regular 1968 no-mint mark penny being worth $8 million is just a myth. But don't let that discourage you. Rare pennies do exist, and some can fetch life-changing amounts, especially if they have unique mint errors or are in flawless condition. So what's the takeaway? Check your pocket change, hunt for mint errors, and keep your eyes peeled for rare coins. And who knows, you might just find a hidden gem. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Rare Coin Hunters, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos. Got a rare coin you want us to talk about? Drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny has a story. Keep hunting, and I'll see you in the next video. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1970 Lincoln penny, a coin that made headlines for being valued at a jaw-dropping $1 million. The 1970 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, marked with the distinctive D Mint mark. At first glance, it looks like just another penny, but certain rare variations and errors make it one of the most sought-after coins among collectors. Could you be holding a treasure in your hands right now? So what makes this coin so special? The 1970 penny worth $1 million isn't just any penny. It's an error coin. Specifically, it's a double die obverse, DDO, error, where the design appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. These errors are incredibly rare and extremely valuable to collectors. But that's not all. Some versions of the 1970 penny were struck on older coin planchets, like those intended for foreign coins, adding even more to their uniqueness and value. So, how can you tell if your 1970 Lincoln penny is the one worth $1 million? Here's what to look for. Check for doubling in the lettering, especially in Liberty or In God We Trust. Use a precision scale. These rare pennies might weigh slightly differently than a regular 1-cent coin. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins graded MS-65 or higher are the ones that typically fetch astronomical prices. Now, you might be wondering, has this coin actually sold for $1 million? The answer is yes. In recent years, rare error pennies have commanded jaw-dropping prices at auction. Collectors are willing to pay premium amounts for these unique pieces of history, and the 1970 penny with the right error is one of them. Think you have one of these valuable pennies? Don't take any chances. Contact a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to get it evaluated. A small investment in authentication could lead to a massive payday. So what are you waiting for? Check your piggy banks, wallets, and old jars of coins. That 1970 Lincoln penny you've been overlooking might just be your ticket to a life-changing fortune. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing coin stories. And hey, if you find $1 million penny, let us know in the comments. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and why it could be worth a fortune. Is it a rare minting error, a unique collector's item, or something even more incredible? Stick around to find out. You don't want to miss this. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, starting in 1959. But what makes the 1978 no-mint mark penny so special? Let's start with the basics. In 1978, pennies were primarily struck at two U.S. mint locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins struck in Denver carry the D Mint mark, while coins struck in Philadelphia typically have no mint mark. So, technically, a 1978 penny without a mint mark is normal, right? Well, not exactly. Here's where things get exciting. The 1978 no mint mark penny that's reportedly worth $8 million isn't just your average pocket change. Its value comes down rarity, condition, and collector demand. Some experts believe that a perfectly preserved, uncirculated 1978 penny, graded at MS-70, the highest possible condition, could fetch millions due to its pristine state. To date, only a handful of pennies from this era have ever come close to such perfection. But wait, there's more. Rumors in the coin collecting community suggest that a minting error or unique characteristic may exist on one or more of these pennies. It could be a double die, an off-center strike, or even a rare metal composition error. Such anomalies are what drive collectors wild and push values into the millions. So, how can you tell if you're holding an $8 million penny? Here's what to look for. Check for minimal wear and tear. Your penny should look as if it just left the mint. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to spot any scratches or blemishes. Look for doubling on the date or lettering, off-center strikes, or unusual features like a thicker rim. While most 1978 pennies were made from copper, errors involving other metals could exist. A professional coin grading service can confirm this for you. Get your penny certified by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade increases its value exponentially. Still skeptical? Let's talk about some record-breaking coin sales. In 2010, a 1943 Lincoln penny made from bronze instead of steel sold for $1.7 million. And in 2021, a rare 1933 Double Eagle gold coin shattered records at $18.90 million. If those coins can sell for millions, why not a flawless 1978 penny? With the right combination of rarity and condition, it's entirely possible for this coin to reach an astronomical value at auction. So what are you waiting for? It's time to check your piggy banks, coin jars, and even that stash of pennies in your car's cup holder. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on amazing coin stories like this. And if you've found any rare coins, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about your discoveries. We'll dive into the story of the 1982 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that has collectors and treasure hunters buzzing. Stick around to find out how to identify this rare gem, why it's so valuable, and how you might just have one hiding in your pocket change. Let's take a step back to 1982. It was a big year for the U.S. Mint. Due to rising copper prices, they transitioned from making pennies primarily out of copper to using a zinc core with a thin copper coating. This change led to several varieties of pennies being produced that year, both in copper and zinc, and with different mint marks. But one particular variety, the 1982 no-mint mark penny, stands out for an extraordinary reason. This specific penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint but lacks the characteristic P mint mark. While no-mint mark pennies were common from Philly at the time, what makes this one unique is its composition, copper. Experts believe it's an error coin that was never supposed to exist, and it's this combination of rarity and mystery that drives its staggering value. So, what's driving this $5 million price tag? It's all about rarity and demand. Only a handful of these 1982 no-mint mark copper pennies are known to exist. In fact, one of these coins made headlines when it was sold for $5 million in a private transaction. Collectors go crazy for error coins, especially when they're tied to major production shifts like the one in 1982. The combination of a no-mint mark, copper composition, and its scarcity has made this coin a true treasure in the numismatic world. Now the big question: how do you know if you have a 1982 penny worth millions? Here's what to look for. Check the area just below the date on the penny. If there's no P, you're off to a good start. The key difference between the common zinc pennies and the rare copper ones is weight. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. Use a precision scale to check the weight of your coin. Look for any unusual features or signs of wear that could indicate it's an error coin. If you're unsure, consult a professional coin grading service. So, what should you do if you think you've struck gold or copper in this case? Follow these steps. Cleaning can reduce its value significantly. Send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can verify its authenticity and assign a grade. Reach out to a trusted coin dealer or auction house to get an appraisal. They can help you determine its true market value. Who would have thought a simple penny could be worth millions? The 1982 no-mint mark copper penny is proof that treasure could be hiding right under your nose. So, check your piggy banks, jars, and pocket change. Who knows, you might just hit the jackpot. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more coin collecting tips and stories. And let us know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? We're diving into the fascinating story behind the 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. This isn't just any penny. It's a true treasure hiding in plain sight. But what makes this coin so valuable? How can a penny, typically worth 1 cent, skyrocket to an astonishing $7 million? Stick around, because we'll uncover everything you need to know about this rare coin, how to identify it, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. Let's start with some history. The 1987 Lincoln penny was minted during the height of the U.S. mint's production boom. These pennies were primarily struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Normally, pennies from Philadelphia have no mint mark, which is standard. But this particular coin is no ordinary penny. It's a rare error coin that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. So what's the big deal? The 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln penny becomes extraordinary due to a unique error during production. Reports suggest that a tiny batch of these coins had an extraordinary flaw. Their composition or striking process was unlike anything else, making them an anomaly. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. With only a handful of these error coins known to exist, they've become the holy grail for collectors. Here's what to watch for if you think you might have one of these golden tickets. It must be a 1987 penny with no mint mark. The rare error coin has a unique hue, almost resembling a bronze or gold tone. The rare penny might have a different weight compared to standard pennies due to its unique composition. If you think you found one, consult a professional grader or coin expert to confirm its authenticity. Now, let's talk about the mind-blowing part, how this penny reached a value of $7 million. In a recent high-profile auction, a collector paid this record-breaking sum for one of these rare coins. Why? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. Coins like this become more than just currency. They're pieces of history and art combined. Can you imagine the thrill of turning a penny into millions? It's like winning the lottery, but in your spare change. So what are you waiting for? Check your piggy banks, your drawers, or even that jar of coins you've been ignoring. You never know. A single penny could change your life forever. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for more amazing stories about rare coins and collectibles. Who knows? Your next discovery could be worth millions. We're diving into the incredible story of the 1994 Lincoln penny. Yes, a penny. That's valued at a jaw-dropping $4 million. Stick around, because you don't want to miss the details on what makes this coin so rare and valuable. Now, the 1994 Lincoln penny isn't usually anything special. Millions of them were minted, and you probably have a few lying around in your pocket change. But this particular coin isn't like the rest. It's a one-of-a-kind error coin that's captured the attention of collectors worldwide. So what exactly is an error coin? Well, these are coins that were struck with mistakes during the minting process. These errors can range from minor to major, but the really significant ones are super rare and can be worth millions. The 1994 Lincoln penny we're talking about today is a prime example. So, what makes this specific 1994 Lincoln penny worth $4 million? It all comes down to a unique minting error combined with its historical significance. This penny was accidentally struck on a bronze planchet, a material that was discontinued for pennies back in 1982. Here's the deal. Starting in 1982, the U.S. Mint switched from bronze to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper coating. But somehow, a leftover bronze planchet made its way into the minting process in 1994, creating this extremely rare coin. Because this error is so unusual, this coin is truly one of a kind. In fact, experts believe there's only one known example of this 1994 penny struck on a bronze planchet. And when it comes to rarity, collectors are willing to pay big bucks. This coin's story gets even better. It wasn't discovered immediately after it was minted. Instead, it sat in circulation for years before a sharp-eyed collector spotted it and realized it was no ordinary penny. The coin was eventually authenticated by experts and graded as a true one-of-a-kind treasure. The coin's authenticity was verified by top grading services like PCGS, and it's now considered one of the most valuable error coins in U.S. history. Now, let's talk about the moment that sealed its legendary status. This penny went up for auction, and after intense bidding wars between top collectors, it sold for an eye-popping $4 million. That's right, a single penny worth $4 million. To put that in perspective, that's more than the cost of a luxury mansion, a private jet, or even a small island. So what does this mean for you? Could you have a rare penny sitting in your coin jar? While the odds of finding a 1994 bronze penny are incredibly slim, it's always worth checking your change for error coins. Look for misprints, double dyes, or unusual materials. You never know. You might just strike it rich. If you're serious about coin collecting, invest in tools like a magnifying glass, a coin scale, and a guidebook to help you identify rare finds. Thanks for tuning in to this incredible story about the $4 million 1994 Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to your channel name, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story about rare and valuable coins. And hey, let me know in the what's the most interesting coin you've ever found. We're diving into a jaw-dropping story about the 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that's valued at a staggering $1 million. That's right, just 1 cent turning into a life-changing fortune. Could you be holding one of these gems in your collection? Stick around, and we'll break it all down for you. First off, what makes this penny so special? The 1991 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is not just any ordinary coin. Its extreme rarity and historical significance have made it a collector's dream. While most pennies from this year were struck with a P, D, or S mint mark to indicate where they were minted, this unique coin has no mint mark at all. This error isn't just a mistake. It's a mystery. Was it intentional, or was it an accident during the minting process? Either way, it's one of the rarest coins to ever come out of the US Mint. And that's why it's valued at an eye-popping $1 million. Let's rewind the clock to 1991. During this time, the US Mint was churning out billions of pennies at facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint marked their coins with a letter to signify their origin. However, somehow, a batch of pennies from Philadelphia was struck without the P mint mark. This kind of error is incredibly rare, and only a handful of these pennies have been verified to exist. Why is this such a big deal? Well, mint errors like this often happen during transitional periods or when minting equipment isn't properly calibrated. Coins like this slip through quality control and into circulation, making them the ultimate treasure hunt for collectors. Now let's talk money. Why is this coin worth $1 million? For starters, its rarity. Only a handful of these coins have ever been authenticated by grading services like PCGS or NGC. When rarity meets demand in the world of coin collecting, prices can skyrocket. To put it into perspective, a regular 1991 penny is worth, well, just a penny. But a 1991 no-mint mark penny in top-grade condition, such as MS 68 or higher, becomes a historical artifact that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. In a recent auction, one of these rare coins fetched close to $1 million. So, how can you tell if you've got a 1991 no-mint mark penny worth $1 million? Here's what to look for. The coin should clearly show the date 1991. There should be no P, D, or S below the date. The coin's grade is critical. Higher grades like MS 67 or MS 68 command the highest prices. If you think you've got one, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for verification. And don't forget, even if your coin isn't in perfect condition, it could still be worth thousands of dollars if it's genuine. Now, you might be wondering, how do I get my hands on one of these coins? Well, here are some tips. Rare coins often show up in pocket change. If you or a family member have a coin jar or collection, give it a closer look. Many rare coins are sold at specialized events. You never know what you might find buried underground. And remember, patience is key. Rare coins like this don't show up every day, but when they do, it's worth the wait. That's it for today's deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1991 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny worth $1 million. Who knew that a simple penny could hold such incredible value? If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. And hey, if you've got a 1991 penny in your pocket right now, take a closer look. You might just be holding a fortune in your hand. Let us know in the comments if you found any rare coins or if you have a story to share. We're diving into one of the most legendary and mind-blowing discoveries in coin collecting history, the 1998 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, which can be worth up to $8 million. At first glance, it may look like just another penny. But as coin collectors know, sometimes the smallest details lead to the biggest discoveries and the highest values. So what makes this penny so special? In 1998, the US Mint accidentally produced a batch of Lincoln pennies without a mint mark. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal? Well, let's break it down. Normally, a penny minted in Philadelphia doesn't have a mint mark, while those made in Denver are stamped with a D. But this 1998 penny? No mint mark at all, meaning it was supposed to be a regular Philadelphia issue, but the error makes it a one-of-a-kind treasure. The value of a coin is determined by a few key factors: rarity, demand, and condition. In this case, the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny checks all the boxes. There are only a handful of these pennies in circulation, and their rarity has caused a frenzy among collectors. If you happen to find one, and it's in pristine condition, the value can soar to an astonishing $8 million. So, how do you know if you've found one of these elusive coins? First, look closely at the date, 1998. Then, check for the lack of a mint mark, which is usually found near the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. If it's missing, congratulations, you may have struck gold. Be sure to get your coin verified by a professional appraiser to confirm its authenticity and value. And remember, the condition of the penny is key. Coins in excellent shape can fetch the highest prices. The story behind the discovery of the 1998 no mint mark penny is as intriguing as the coin itself. In 2011, one such penny was sold at auction for an unbelievable $8 million, sparking a worldwide buzz in the numismatic community. It was a groundbreaking moment, and since then, other collectors have scoured their collections, hoping to unearth their own hidden treasure. But the search is far from easy. So, if you've got a 1998 penny lying around, don't just toss it aside. Give it a close look, because it could be worth more than you ever imagined. Make sure to subscribe for more rare coin content and hit that notification bell so you never miss an exciting find. Who knows? Your next treasure could be waiting just around the corner.